Go ahead. Did you have a
No, I wasn't
word?
listening
Did
to
you have
you.
one word?
I was thinking about what's your opinion on taking a ton of pictures?
Like with each shot?
Yeah.
A ton is, would you define a ton?
I'm talking you get done to the wedding day and you shot 4,000 photos.
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it? Okay. I never know how to feel. I don't know where I stand on that
Yeah.
because it's kind of like, I don't know. I personally, if it's a one-man band, I shoot around 25.
Yeah.
And then I cull it down to 600.
Yeah. Delivered, I think you're in the right range. I think taking, though, the reason I would do a every time, like it would literally, like every time I hit the trigger, I would hear.
Okay.
And the reason I would do 3 is because there's
Facial
a
movements.
huge difference in facial movements. And I was always looking for in the moment. If I'm doing a pose and they're looking at me, I would just take 1 because I feel professional.
Okay. Yeah,
doing that.
I agree with you on that. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Shoot. Okay. What about I personally think directing poses makes you look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe not everybody on the wedding day has a hard time posing, but a lot of people I've worked with want to be posed.
Mm-hmm.
They are afraid of candid.
Yeah.
So like going back into guided candid, setting that. So learn how to. I teach someone to be a model.
Yeah.
In a way, so you're like, hey, so when you're doing this, I want you to turn at your hips, place your hand on your cheek, or whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
So doing that makes them feel, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm being, and I think part of that is also, I need to stop elaborating into this because.
No. You're absolutely right. And I think all the photographers listening can totally relate to that. There's
We're recording?
moments. Well, we are now. Hey, welcome to Shoot the Veil, everybody. Yeah, this is good. Let's just jump right into it.
Okay,
I
I guess so. I don't really know where we're going to pick up on that, but I guess we were recording. So.
think it's cool. So if you are a wedding photographer and you want to connect, grow,
You messed it
and
up.
connect,
Create, and grow.
it's all in the same basket. So if you want to connect, create, and grow a ridiculously good wedding business, this is the place for you. We're already in the conversation. So what we're talking about today is how do you show yourself as professional versus the thousands of hobbyists that are out there?
Right.
And everybody starts somewhere. But when you're ready to go from the person who gets hired to do a few weddings here and there to actually a professional, there are things that you just have to do, things you have to step up and own your craft, right? So that's what we're talking about today.
100%.
All right, so you're in that moment. You were talking about directing the moment, directing the poses.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you do that? How do you walk into a scene and know how to do that as a professional?
Yes. So I think you have to read your client. You have to. Every bride is different, and I think once you realize you might have an insecure bride, for an example, I think that's when you should step in. And I think that's an act of professionalism to see. Okay, you know what? I am experienced in this, and I'm going to help them feel comfortable, and also teach them tips that can help them feel comfortable during this posing session.
So having a few in your grab bag.
Keep a few in your grab bag.
What are your top things that you say to let them know you've got their best interests? You know how to make them look good. Like, there are a few things that you would say.
Yeah, absolutely. So I always tell them that as an easy one is to always relax the shoulders. Once you get them posed, then tell them to take a deep breath and relax. Shut the eyes if you need to. Once you do that, the whole body just kind of relaxes. It just feel a wave of relaxation. Just go all the way down from your shoulders to your fingertips. So you don't want bear claw fingertips. You want relaxed, dainty look.
Yeah.
So that's always one of the first things I do when I get up to do the bridal portrait or when I do the bride and groom.
Yep. That's huge. So take a deep breath. I always would tell them if it bends, bend it.
Yeah.
Like, we want that curve in the back. We want the little arch. Everything should feel a little bit like a yoga stretch. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
It bends, bend it. And so they're contorting a little bit, but you're making them know, like, from your perspective, it looks amazing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Elbows.
Words of affirmation.
If an elbow's straight, it doesn't look good. If it just slightly bent, it looks good. Fingers, same way. Like,
yes.
If it bends, bend it. Neck, just the little things.
Just a little bit, right? And then that's the science of the triangles. right? So when you're bending this, when you bend your leg a little bit, so when someone comes and they want to take their picture with their bride,
Yeah.
I'll even tell them, hey, pop that knee out and kind of
Yeah.
you twist a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because when you're standing there like Abraham Lincoln taking a shot, it doesn't necessarily look the best. So you got to
Right.
keep a little, like, right, if it bends, bend it. And then there's a ton of different poses that I kind of help them with. But I think one of the biggest things, if you're going to do that, to look professional and keep a high name to your business, is give them words of affirmation while you're posing them. This looks amazing. You're gonna freak out when you see this.
Yeah.
You look amazing in it. And then doing that, and then also just giving them little tips, gentle. So don't be like, hey, don't look like that. don't like that smile. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't say don't.
Yeah.
Don't say
Right.
no.
Yeah.
Find other ways to get what you want without giving a negative connotation.
Always, that was great. Now let's try it this way. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't great.
Right. Exactly. Keep them positive.
So
Because
good.
they are feeling very vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're part counselor in that moment is
100%.
to get them feeling good. Okay.
100%.
So posing plan. I would also say you're really good at this, coming in with a posing plan when you walk into the bridal session or the session with her and her girls or the guys and his guys. Like there's always like 2 or 3 things you want to do. You can improvise, but would you agree that, or how do you do it? Like I would just kind of walk in with a couple of things in mind, but I think there are some photographers who actually have 3 poses they know they're going to do.
Absolutely.
Is that you?
That is so me. So I have, for each kind of section of the day, I have about a little pocket of 5 poses. And then before each wedding, I don't even like to throw a ton of poses in my mind before the wedding day. So in order to keep myself creative, I'll go onto Pinterest and I'll look at shots that, I haven't done that one before. And I'll look at about 5 new ones, and then I'll pick maybe my top 2. And I don't want to throw so much into my brain that I get frozen on the wedding day and I don't remember what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So I have my top 5, and those top 5 poses, I can get around 5 different shots per pose. Right. So a pose is not a picture. A pose is this, and you can do 5 different shots around that pose. So I
Right.
have 5
Great.
that I kind of stick to. And then I always like to spice it up with maybe 2 new ones every time.
And that keeps you excited.
Keeps
for
me
doing something
excited.
new. Yeah. They can feel that energy too when they're like,
Yeah.
guys, I want to try something. This is going to be so cool. Can we try?
Right.
I've seen you do it with like the photo bomb,
The photo bomb, right.
which is so much fun. Y'all need to check that out on
Yes.
the poses section of the
I
app.
don't even remember where I saw that, but I thought, okay, how can I get them to look just completely just hyped up, right?
Yeah,
So I was like, I'm going to focus. This is going to be my main shot for the bridal party, and everybody loves it. And
Yeah.
that's my one of the 5 I do for the bridal party now. Photo bomb.
Yeah.
Mix up all the guys and the girls, kiss and dip in the middle, and then everybody jumps in.
Yeah.
Tries to steal their picture.
Kiss and dip.
Highly recommend you do it. Go check that out on
Yeah.
the bridal party poses. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
There's a whole poses section on the app, and just you can
Yes.
look up bridal party. Check out the photo bomb. I love it. I saw him do it for the first time at a wedding, and it was so much fun seeing, like, because the whole group then comes alive and they trust you now. What they're trusting the photographer for at that moment is, we're gonna have fun with this guy.
Yes.
And so if you do that early on, you get the whole wedding party on your side. Then they're like, okay, we can trust him if he has us do this or this.
Right.
I'm gonna go along with it, and then you get a lot more enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it's cool.
I always get someone to try to throw. I say, get someone on your shoulders, throw them in the air. Like, everybody's so uptight on the wedding day. Let's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that. Let's have fun.
Yeah, let's have fun.
So that's awesome. So
Okay, so a posing plan.
Yeah, posing plan. Have something in your bag for when maybe someone's feeling insecure, and first of all, you should just have it, period. And then learn how to apply those. That's
Okay.
one way to look professional, give a good name to your business, and just be trusted on the wedding day.
And there's another one. It kind of goes with that, but being prepared keeps you from stressing out. So posing preparation is important. What other things are you preparing for the day of the wedding? Like looking forward to it or on the day that you had to think through beforehand?
Weather.
Okay. Yeah.
Weather's a big one. I think about that a lot. That's probably the biggest one. I'm a big golden hour backlit guy. Of course, I say that, and there's some hate to that, the backlit, but I love backlit, and then anything that has to do with the golden tones. That's really me. So when I go and I'm like, okay, it's Friday night and it's 100% rain tomorrow at this time. I've got to figure out. I make sure I get to the venue, if I haven't been to the venue before, around 30 minutes earlier, so that I can scope out the place even before I even say hi to the bride.
Yeah.
I go out and I'm like, okay, where's gonna be my pockets of light that will give me a good look?
Yeah.
Where's gonna be this? How can I incorporate this? And even do that on sunny days. It's really
For sure.
helpful for
Absolutely.
preparation.
Yeah. So arrive early. That's an easy one.
Arrive 30 minutes
half an
earlier
hour
than you
early.
told them you're gonna get.
Absolutely. I love that. We haven't talked about that, but I did that so much. And it also just takes the stress of when you arrive, you got your gear out, you're trying to get your camera, your lenses on, and you go say hi to the bride, you're immediately on duty.
Yeah.
So if you get there half an hour early, they don't even know you're there yet.
Yeah.
You can breathe and kind of soak in the space and be creative with, oh my gosh, I never noticed that hill over there or that wall. That's cool architecture. That room back here, you can find all the little neat things that maybe other photographers haven't even noticed.
Right.
Yeah.
I also love to take that 30 minutes and maybe give yourself some time to meet the vendors. That's really cool.
It's good.
So I will be like, hey, come and meet the bride. Hey, Sarah, so great to see you. I just talked with your wedding planner, Abby, and we've got it all figured out, and I'm excited to get the day going.
Wonderful.
So that way, he knows Abby.
Yeah.
It's another line of trust.
Yeah.
That okay, you know my wedding planner. Great.
Yeah.
Little
And
subtle things.
when you know the florist, you tell them, hey, we're doing bridals at around 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you could just make sure the altar is done by then. I know it's 2 hours before the ceremony, but I really need the altar done by 4.
Yeah.
If you're friends with them, they're like, absolutely, we can knock
Yeah.
that out. We can do the pews later. Or we
Right.
can do the archway in the back later. Yeah. So those kind of things are really helpful when you know people. Good.
100%.
So arrive early, get to know people, a little bonus. That's cool.
How should we dress?
That's a huge one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had several different versions. But I think the principle, like we tried the khakis and white shirt. We did the all black. We did just sort of in a suit. We did the just look nice. Like all these variations. I think the big principle for us was don't look like a guest.
Don't look like a guest.
We kind of settled in there. Look like we're all on the same team. If it's just you and an assistant, look like you're together.
Right.
So we ended up settling down into just the all black. I would wear a blazer with all black. The rest of my team was wearing slacks with a black button up. We looked like we go together. We looked impressive. Like eventually it was me and another lead photographer and an assistant photographer plus 2 or 3 video guys. And so we're over in the corner. We're all wearing black. We look like
You look sharp.
together. Yeah.
You look sharp.
Yeah.
And then you, as their leader, wearing the blazer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's boss man.
Right. People know who to come
That's
to.
boss man.
Yeah.
You're not going to come to my videographer and ask to take a picture with someone.
Right.
They're going to come to you,
Yeah.
Mr. Blazer Man.
Right. You got
Right.
the blazer. You must be in charge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that. I find myself in kind of that same thing. So having a uniform, even if it's blue, and make sure your team is in uniform. Okay.
Yeah. It could be any color.
It could. Obviously, black is that nice like vendor look that doesn't make you look like Uncle Bob
Yeah.
at the wedding.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. In the film world, you're like required to wear black because when shooting in windows, a DP or an assistant or grip, they have
Right.
to wear black so that the window doesn't reflect a white or
Yeah.
blue or pink color.
Right.
So always wear black on set. Looks professional. Doesn't reflect in glass and
Yeah.
looks nice.
The only time I would let us like diverge from that, we would all consistently wear like gray pants and a white shirt because I don't want to just be wearing khakis. No offense to khakis, but they just look like khakis. So we would wear gray pants with a white shirt if we were outside in the summer.
Okay.
Because wearing black outside, you kind of look ridiculous. Like if you're
gets
just wearing all
very
black
hot.
in the summer in Memphis.
Yes, it does.
And I've
Yeah.
seen people sweating through black shirts and like it's gross. So it just looks like you're trying to like torture yourself wearing all black
Right.
outside in the sun.
Right.
So wearing white was okay with an undershirt because
So-
you're going to sweat.
Always wear an undershirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might think you'll get hotter wearing an undershirt. Take it from the person who wore a white shirt and got rained on.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Wear the undershirt. You're welcome.
Yeah. that gets embarrassing.
Any never short sleeves? Long
We
sleeve?
never did short sleeve. We would roll up a long sleeve because that
There you
kind of
go.
looks like you're professional, but you're being sort of free.
Yeah,
A
you're
short
into
sleeve shirt
business.
feels
Right.
a little too casual.
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, we agree on that. I like it.
Okay,
That's really
we didn't prepare that.
No, that's
So I'm
awesome.
glad we're there. But I think that's an easy way for the photographer going from hobbyist to professional to just up their game in a way that even they see themselves differently.
Yeah.
Like when I put on my uniform, I felt good. The blazer was fitted. It was stretchy, but it was fitted.
Yeah.
And so I felt good. I felt like a professional. And I think when you put on the uniform, you put on a different personality. Like, okay, I'm in charge.
Oh, 100%. So most of the time I work from home, right? I don't have a studio that I really work in. I come here and we hang out. But when I'm working from home in my home office, I know better than to go in my home office wearing my pajamas. Nothing. You won't get anything done.
Right.
So if I have
You'll watch YouTube videos all
You'll
day.
watch YouTube videos, you'll get on your phone, you'll watch some TikTok. No, but if you come in and you're wearing, like
Yeah.
a nice fit, like you're going to work, you're wearing shoes, you're not wearing your house shoes. There's something about that mental flip that makes
Wow.
I'm professional.
Yeah,
I'm going to work today.
it's good. That's a really big deal. A lot of people working from home need to hear that, especially
Seriously.
after COVID. Like
Oh,
we
man.
all need to feel that.
Yes, I was noticing, okay, I am not getting anything done, and I'm in here wearing pajamas,
Yeah.
drinking my cup of coffee. But if I wore slacks and a shirt,
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I always say dress to impress. Impress yourself. Do it.
Yeah, it has an effect on your own self. So that's an easy one, everybody. And then you mentioned a minute ago, I want to come back to it, maybe even before we started recording, but the idea of stress. There's nothing more unprofessional than the person in charge not knowing what's going on or not having a plan, and you can see it in their stress level. Play that out a little bit for us. How does
Right.
that play out on a wedding day?
Right. It's so simple, really. If you're anywhere in a public setting and somebody next to you goes, that is the most contagious emotion a human can get right there.
Yeah. I even felt kind of
Yeah,
stressed.
I'm
even
sorry
when you
for
did it.
doing it on camera.
Right.
Really, I'm not stressed out. I'm having a great time, by the way, just to kind of get that away. If you do that on your wedding day, it shows that you're not in control. Your bride might think, oh no, my photographer's stressed out. My photos are going to look like crap. So if you're exhaling, if you're cussing, if you're just showing that you're lack of control, and you're not showing that you're having a fun time,
Yeah.
that stresses the bride out right
Yeah.
there. And their immediate reaction and opinion on you is going to be, he's out of control.
Yeah.
He can't control my wedding day.
Right. It's good.
That might be the most important one out of all of them we talked about.
I've seen it happen, and this is probably going to happen to every photographer this year. Like it happens so many
Yeah.
times where the bride's not ready and you're running out of time before the ceremony or
Yes.
something to that degree. We've done weddings at hotels that we have to bounce all over the hotel. The Peabody's a great example.
Yes.
We're in the room getting ready. It's 4:30 and it's time to go up to the rooftop to do bridal portraits.
Yes.
But guess what happens at 4:30?
What happens?
The duck march is at 5 o'clock, and every
no.
elevator in the building is full of people going to the duck march in the lobby of the Peabody. So when it's 4:30, I'm looking at my watch. I am internally very stressed because, hey, bride, you've ruined the day at this point. Like, we're not going to get upstairs unless you want to walk 12 flights of stairs, and
Right.
that's not going to happen. So I have to be aware and not let her know that we're stressed. And so I don't even tell her about the duck march. I tell her, you know what's amazing? Let's walk 2 blocks down to Beale Street and let's do some outside stuff. I know we're going to go upstairs, but I just don't think it's going to be right today.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to know that her delay caused us to be stressed and missed an opportunity.
Yes.
What she does need to hear is her photographer knows what's going to happen. And so I had to have an internal plan, pivot, right? And know that we can do something really cool in another way because that first plan isn't going to happen.
Nope. Not
But
happening.
she could never feel that stress.
Yes.
And that was so huge because then she's smiling and trusting the whole way through.
Exactly. Another fun story that I have is we were about to go do the bridal party photos, and we were supposed to be outside, but there was a few more touch-ups that the bride wanted to do to her lipstick. 50s color pink lipstick.
Nice.
Well, she slips and she drops the lipstick, and that lipstick just goes right down her solid white dress.
Wow.
All the way, just paints her dress in red.
Painful.
Everybody, every bridesmaid, both the mothers were sitting there like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? What do we do? Somebody will get alcohol wipes. Somebody will get Tide to Go.
Oh my gosh.
And they walked in, and she was in tears.
Yeah.
She's like, I just ruined the whole day. I walked in, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
And then I came in, and I was like, hey, you know what? This is okay. I have something called Photoshop,
Right.
and I don't mind spending extra time to get this out.
Dude.
Number two, there's a way to get it out. And I said, I'll be right back. And I knew a little trick, hand sanitizer. So that's a little tip. If you ever get makeup on a dress, like lipstick, hand sanitizer and paper towel, it'll clean it out.
Very good.
And so from the rest of the day, all the bridesmaids and the family were like, I'm so glad you knew that trick and that you weren't stressed out about it.
Wow.
And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything was fine.
Saved the whole day. I mean, you made her smile for the rest of the day, knowing that at least her pictures were going to be great.
Right.
A little bit of a snafu, not a big deal. No one cares.
And you're going to get stressed out at these weddings. There's no getting around that. And don't feel obligated to be in the room 100% of the time. If you need a 5-minute break, go to the vendor room, have a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Do it.
Your presence and peace of mind is conveyed to everybody in the room. And so if you don't have it, you need to take a step away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Know your limit. If you know, oh my gosh, this is not working, I am freaking out,
Yeah.
take a step back, recompose, go back in, ready to go.
That's kind of a lesson for life in general.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're married.
And you're married, you have a family.
Yeah.
With your girlfriend or your boyfriend, just if you need a minute, take that minute.
Because you want, and ultimately you want to bring your best self to even that stressful moment. And that your best self is a few minutes ago, and you lost it whenever you get stressed. And so you're not going to be a good person.
Yeah.
And so you go find yourself, come back. Okay, there's a good plan here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work this through. Yeah. But don't sigh, don't breathe like that. That would be bad.
That's great.
Go breathe out by yourself.
Go breathe out by yourself.
So getting prepared, coming in with a plan, being the one who can pivot and knows how to change the day as needed, dressing professionally. The only thing I could think of left is, there's a lot of handling yourself professionally, but that's sort of a soft skill. You have to develop that. One thing you can easily do is, I'm thinking about gear.
Okay, tell me about it.
I've shown up with like bags that were ripped because you kind of, it's 2 seasons in and you're like, that light stand bag is looking kind of bad. You got gaff tape around it. And I've noticed other crews, like there was a season where we just showed up, our gear was so raggedy. Like it looked so
Just
bad.
a beat.
And I went out, we went to an event with another crew and we saw Pelican cases and everything beautiful black, perfect bags. And their stuff was organized, and I just immediately felt so much overwhelm of like, we got to step our game up.
Right.
When our stuff's over in the corner, people are noticing, and that bride paid a lot of money to have you there. Your stuff needs to look like you're a high value company.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I caught myself saying the same thing earlier this year, later last year. Well, 2 years. It's February. That's crazy. While back.
Yeah.
Needless to say. And then I realized, oh, you know what? If you're going to be spending thousands of dollars for me to do your wedding, I need to come in with more than a backpack and a handbag.
Yeah.
Even if it's a whole Pelican case for a camera.
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It makes you look good to everybody watching.
Yeah.
Make that bride look like she paid that amount of money.
Yeah.
And keeps your gear safe. That's a huge, hey,
Sure.
you can't go wrong there.
It is better.
And a nice Pelican case,
Yeah.
will stay around for a long time.
Yeah. And it's going to be an investment that pays you back. And what's cool is it's an investment, not just in one wedding, but you're spreading it over, say, 60 or 70 weddings before you have to replace a bag or something. So always keeping your stuff sharp. Yeah. The price per wedding is a few bucks, so you're good. But it makes a huge difference. It helps you get referrals. When that wedding planner sees this is a very high quality crew, it helps you get referrals from the DJ, from the florist. They all see you as, whoa, this is a professional team. I've never heard of Sam Sykes. Who is this guy? but he's obviously amazing. Like he shows up, he looks like he's got a crew. They're all dressed the same. These are reasons those other vendors refer you.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big
It's
deal.
100%. And then when they see your work, they're sold.
Yeah.
So
We need to get a sponsor from a gear company. So let's just really push that one.
Yeah.
Any gear companies out there who,
hello.
but no, it makes a world of difference.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay.
Those are awesome topics, man. I'm really excited to see how everyone can kind of apply that to their wedding strategy, their wedding day, and just watch those little changes if you haven't already made them. And it can transform your mindset and transform your business. It's
Yep.
a win-win.
Love it. Well, good job today.
Yeah, man. It was fun.
Hopefully that changes your world.
We'll see y'all next week.